and I'm here to present to you my business, Ben's Pens. Today we live in a society where we're so dependent on technology. Smartphones, smartwatches, computers, tablets get us through our daily lives, and we often lose sight of the importance behind writing. According to Medical Daily, writing helps us retain more information as opposed to writing on a computer. And I just want to give you a few situations to think about, and I want you to think about how they are all similar. So writing a letter, signing a contract to buy a new home, or taking notes in a business meeting. All these different situations involve being in a professional environment, and having the necessary tools to be in this professional environment requires having a professional writing instrument. And that is what my product is. It's custom, handmade pens that are unique to the customer in 3 different styles: a slimline, a Wall Street, and a cigar. There are endless amount of color combinations and the 3 unique styles. And with the 3 unique styles, what can be created is unlimited. Now, I first want to talk about, before I go any further, just kind of a personal story on how I got started. I started off a couple summers ago. My uncle actually handed me a custom handmade pen that he had made himself, and I was completely blown away. And I just had to know how he created this himself. And he was nice enough to teach me, and ever since then, I've been creating pens. And with the new edition of the entrepreneurship class, I was able to start making and selling these pens. So that leads me to my next point, which is actually ordering and getting your hands on one of these amazing pieces of functional art. So I usually do most of my business through personal connections, but I also have a website where the same steps of the ordering process can be proceeded through email. So what will happen is the customer will just pick one of the 3 styles I previously mentioned, which was the Wall Street, cigar, or slimline, and then they'll let me know what color or wood type they would want with their pen, and I'll go out and buy materials. There's a local woodcraft store that's about 15 minutes from my house, and then I reserve time at my uncle's shop because I use his shop to make the pens. I wish I could say that the process it takes to actually make the pens was as simple as ordering them, but I think that that shows the customer how much effort I put into these pens and that they're made uniquely for them. So what ends up happening is those pen blanks that were a few slides ago are drilled, and then that pen blank is placed onto a lathe where it's spun really fast, and I'm able to carve down and polish it up and then assemble it all together with the pen pick. And these are just a couple of pictures of the process it takes to make the pen. So they start out with the drilled pen blank, which is then put onto a lathe and is carved down, and then polished and then assembled to create the final product. I'll let you take a picture of that. So my prices for the pens go as follows. The slimline right here is $25. The Wall Street is $40, and the cigar is $40 as well. The cost to make each one, the slimline is $10 to make. Wall Street is around $14, and the cigar is around $14 as well. And I also factor in how much time it takes to make each pen. So slimlines take a little less time, around an hour, and then Wall Street and cigar style pens take around an hour, 30, hour 20 to make. These are just my percent margins, just to show how much I'm actually making on each pen. So slimline around 60%, generating around 60%, and then Wall Street and cigar generating around 65%. Since October, I've sold 7 pens, and I currently have 2 orders on the way. My gross profit so far has been $255, and I've had a net profit of $161. And this pie chart just kind of explains, gives you a visual as to all that's said in the text. Any future funding I would receive would go towards like getting better equipment to cut down on time to actually produce the pen. And then buying in bulk would help just get cheaper materials, and yeah. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation and taking time out of your day. Again, my name is Ben Shostak. My company is Ben's Pens, and we make pens right.